I am hungry, Lee declared as they walked through the market district of Arbitage. That, Moxie said, glancing at Lee out of the corner of her eyes, is why we are getting food. I don't typically just wander around looking for food only to stare at it. Really? I do it all the time. You do? Noah raised an eyebrow. I'm not surprised about the hungry part, but I've never seen you actually hold back from eating something that you wanted to. Lee shot Noah a pointed look. He thought for an instant, then realized that he'd yet to actually see something that Lee couldn't eat. Noah had just thought that just because Lee could eat just about anything, that didn't mean she enjoyed it. Might have been wrong about that one. She's definitely eyeing that food vendor's cart. And the literal cart, not the food in it. Maybe we should just get something fast, Noah suggested. I've been eating Evergreen's fancy crap for a week now. I wouldn't mind just sitting down and eating a normal meal. Like what? Moxie asked as they came to a stop at the side of the street, moving to get out of the way of passers-by. I was thinking something substantial. Noah scanned the vendors around them. There was no shortage of food, but his eyes quickly caught on a man with a variety of pies displayed on his cart. They ranged in shape and size, with a surprising amount of variety in their color. It looked like he'd distilled a rainbow into pie form. I know Moxie loves pies, and I don't think Lee could care less about what we end up eating as long as we eat something. What about those? Noah asked, pointing to the pie vendor. Moxie's eyes lit up, but she quickly got her expression back under control and gave a small shrug. Are you sure? They're a little plain, don't you think? I thought we'd want to do something more celebratory because everyone passed the exam. Nothing wrong with that, Noah replied. Plain can be good. And I think I want pie right now. What about you, Lee? Don't care. Just put food in my mouth. Noah suppressed a laugh, and the three of them walked up to the cart, much to the vendor's delight. A few minutes later, they headed off with a small pile of pies in each of their hands. They'd initially only planned to buy one or two each, but one thing had led to another, and Lee's insistence on trying out every single flavor managed to win the other two over. When they all made it back to the teacher's lodgings and got to Moxie's room, Noah was more than slightly surprised that they'd managed to make it without dropping anything. The three of them deposited their haul on Moxie's desk, balancing everything precariously on it. By the time Noah stepped back to admire his handiwork, he couldn't help but notice that Lee's pile was considerably shorter than his and Moxie's. They both glared at her. What? Lee asked, wiping some blueberry filling from the side of her mouth. I tripped on the way up the stairs, and some of the pies fell into my mouth. There was nothing I could have done. You wouldn't want pies that I slobbered on, would you? Moxie's response was to quickly snag a pie for herself and sit down on the floor. That seemed like a wise move, so Noah did the same. Lee two-handed a pair of them and ended up just shoving both into her mouth at once. It was a little concerning to watch her head stretch to accommodate the pies, especially when she didn't remove them from the tiny metal platters they came on. But Noah had seen Lee eat enough corpses to be more than used to it.